All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rachak Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video on the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Okay, and hold on here. All right, let's go get the scripture real quick, which we should already know. Slakia. This is Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had powers to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, and that image is the philosophies. All right, the white man's, the so-called white man system. All right, this order that he has set up, this wicked order. Okay, that's what the elites want the people of the world to worship, man. They want you to live by their standards. All right, you got to do this, do that. Here's how you run your country. And if not, then they come in there and start bombing the shit out of them. All right, and it's going to come a time where each individual person is going to have to bend the knee or receive death. Okay, and how does he deceive? How is he deceiving the people? How is he deceiving the world with those miracles? All right, by his technology. All right, he's setting up. All right, he's setting the narrative that it's his way or the highway, and if it's not his way, then it's death. It's not beneficial to you. All right, so he's deceiving people, and this is going to be the number one tactic to get people to take the the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. All right, by deception. All right, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so this is going to be something that he's going to cause everybody to take. All right, by deception. All right, by process, really by process of elimination of everything else. All right, physical, monetary. Okay, there ain't gonna be no more cash. All right, you're not gonna be able to work. You're not gonna be able to buy anything or sell anything. As verse 17 says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, which is all goes back to that RFID technology. All right, and you can't say that it's not possible, or you got simpletons asking, how can you buy and sell with the RFID? Well, pull your wallet out, look at your credit card. That works off of RFID technology. That little chip, all right, that is RFID technology. Now, that's not going to be the actual chip they insert you with. All right, it's going to be that microchip that's been you can just easily find it. All right, the size of a grain of rice. All right, that's going to be what's inserted in you, but it works the same way. All right, because with your card, some cards, you can just tap the new machines at the store and it'll pick up on it. I've seen it. Okay, I used to work at a retail store, all right, some auto parts, and some guy from Europe came, and all he had to do was tap his credit card on the machine. He didn't have to insert it in, all he did was tap the card on the machine, and it picked it up. Okay, so like yeah, so the technology is out there. All right, same thing with the Samsung Pay and the Apple Pay. That all works off of RFID technology, or on the phones to say NFC, which is the same thing. All right, they call it NFC in Europe and RFID. It's all the same crap. All right, so to prove that this is the way the world is moving, here's an article I found on New York Times, December 18th, so a couple days ago. And it says America could lead the transition to a digital currency reserve. All right, so America, being that whore that rideth upon the beast, okay, she's the one that sets the trends. Everybody follows after it. Okay, well, Revelation 17. I'll just get to the point. Verse 2: with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So all these nations, all right, have gotten drunk, all right, off of America's philosophies, off of America's trends. Whatever America does, all these other nations want to follow after. Okay, and America is part of the beast. All right, it's the spearhead, so to say. All right, she's the whore that sitteth upon the beast. All right, because it says in the, where's it at? Okay, so verse 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman, we're talking about that great whore. All right, I saw a woman, we're talking about America, Babylon the Great. I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, which is the EU and NATO, all right, the beast, full of names and blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. What's the number one abomination is that RFID chip. All right, that even though there's other countries pushing it out right now, all right, such as Sweden, among other countries, and that's part of the beast. But America's gonna be the one that really pushes it. All right, really makes it a global phenomenon, so to say. All right, verse 5, and upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Okay, so you have America, which is that great whore. Okay, so let's read some of this. Salakia. After spending decades as the dominant global reserve currency, the dollar's position is being challenged. The greenback share of global central bank reserves has declined in 9 of the past 10 quarters. The International Monetary Fund reported in September the slide is hardly new. It began a decade ago when European leaders attempted to replace the dollar with the euro-based basket of currencies as the common global reserve. But the United States should not fight against the forces of globalization that challenge the dollar reserve currency status. See, so what this character here is saying is that America is not really fighting against it. All right. I mean, on the forefront, it might seem so, but really, they ultimately want this one world currency. Okay, so that's why they're allowing people to dump the dollar. They're allowing the de-dollarization of the U.S. petrodollar. Okay. Instead, it must seize the opportunity to incubate technologies that will enable future digital currencies, which could go on to power a transnational currency, perhaps the best next option for a future global reserve. So see, America's the spearhead, the ones that's going to push the RFID chip. Once this dollar crashes and the economies, all the economies of the world start to collapse, like America is, right? That's when they're going to present and deceive to this digital currency, because the money's going to become digital because it'll be part of a cryptocurrency. It's not going to be real money anymore. All right, it's going to be digital numbers. All right, and then you swipe your hand, bloop. You pay, you buy, whatever. Okay, but this is a whole currency, because you got to remember the beast and the whore, they're hand in hand right now. It is going to come a time when the beast turns on the whore, but as of this moment, the Lord has well, let me go back to verse Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So ultimately, yes, all right, these EU nations and the NATO nations, or all the nations really, they're gonna hate the whore. All right, they're gonna turn against it. All America's allies, and they're gonna end up shooting nukes on her. Verse 17, for God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give the kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So right now, that great whore is reigning over the kings of the earth. All right, the Lord has put it in the power of America, given the power to America to rule over the nations. All right, but really, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Of course, is Esau. But right now, they're using America as that main city. All right, just like Rome back in the beast that was wounded to death, as if it were to death, and they got healed again. Okay, the Rome was the main city, the capital city of Esau's kingdom back then. Okay, and just like America is the main city of Esau's kingdom now. So ultimately, all right, all these nations are going to turn against America, but what they're following after her. All right, let's go to Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right, so all these nations have become rich by following after America, trading with America, and doing all this nonsense with America, because what? They've taken on her fornication. They've drinking her of the cup of that wine, which is the the philosophies and whatnot. Okay, and what's going to be the next one? The RFID chip, and then it's going to be on a global scale, where it's going to be pushed out globally. Okay, and it's going to be spearheaded by America. All right, that's why America is like I said here. It says opportunity to incubate technologies that will enable future digital currencies. That's why they were um, pushing this Internet of Things, the 5G. Slovakia. All right, that's why they're pushing all this technology. All right, to incorporate the RFID chip, or the mark of the beast, which is the mark of the beast. All right, so they're setting the stage for this to be implemented. All right, they changed all the stores already to accept the RFID reader. All right, they're setting up the 5G towers. All right, all the new products and electronics are all digitalized. You know, they got the RFID technology on it. You know, look at this Alexa. You know, it works with your phone, your TV, your AC, your garage, your windows. You know, all this technology is becoming integrated within itself, and that's the technology America's pushing out. But it really is for the advancement of this digital currency, which is going to be integrated into the RFID chip, all right, among other things that the RFID chip is going to be able to do, such as record keeping, all right, tracking, medical records, you know, all that is going to be among the things that the RFID is going to be able to do. And this is the ultimate plan of Esau, all right, so he can chip everybody. And if you get chipped, you're going to die, all right, simple as that. Okay, but you know, with that, I just want to say, you know, if you take that mark of the beast, you don't believe that it's the RFID chip, then hey, you know, you're gonna end up dying. You're gonna end up taking it and die. All right, Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you take that chip, prepare to receive nuclear missiles. All right, you're gonna be burned up, tormented with fire and brimstone in front of our Lord and Savior Yahushua and the holy angels. All right, and with the elect watching from the skies. All right. With that, I'm gonna say, Moeth Lababal, Shalom.